Last week, I began to write my second book, which is entitled Surviving Him, and is exactly about that, the story of surviving him, the human that I used to be married to and so happened to have procreated with. That him. I've been 5 years removed from the story, but I'm just now ready to talk about it. And even when I have talked about it here and there, I have never gone into details about specifics on what was experienced or anything like that because I have never wanted to glorify the gore in any way. I have always focused on the healing and the restoration journey because that needs to be the focus, plain and simple. However, I just found it important, number one, to no longer protect an individual that needs no protecting. He doesn't need my protecting. This is what happened, plain and simple. And number two, I do realize that there may be a lot of people that find themselves today in a place where I found myself back then, wondering, is this violence? Is this abuse? Just because it doesn't look like what TV and the movies and the media portray, is this abuse? Is this really happening? So I figured it's time. I'm at a place where I can talk about it and be okay. I'm at a place where I feel strong and I feel like, as a writer, I've gotten way better, and I'm at a place as a writer where I can tell the story in a way that makes sense. It's still intriguing to the reader and can convey a clear message. I've had the idea for the book well over a year, and I've had the outline of it, meaning I've mapped out the chapters, have the titles for the chapters and so forth. I know what I want the cover to look like. I've had all of that mapped out for the last 8 to 9 months. But just last week, it was this sudden, let me start writing. And once you get that momentum going, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And I did just that. Intro's done, really working through chapter one. Because with my first book, I always say that it's more like, it was more like a pamphlet. It was only 60 pages. It's a quick read, little pamphlet, but this is going to be a novel size. I'm estimating around 200 pages, and it's going to read like a novel. If you have ever read the book such as the child called It, where I think his name is Daniel, the author really goes into detail of the abuse that he experienced at the hands of his mom. It's kind of like that. I am going to go into that detail. Like it's going to be very raw, very real, very detailed. So yeah, I'm estimating that it's going to be around 200 pages. And at the momentum that I'm going now and knowing me, I'm estimating I may publish within the next 60 days. I'm gonna really move with it pretty quickly, unless there are certain things that maybe pop up, additional projects I gotta do, any hiccups that maybe come up. Unless something major like that, I'm thinking the next 60 days, but I think I'm gonna bring y'all, if you guys are up for it, I'm bringing you guys up to date and what's going on, bringing you along for the journey, down to cover design, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it is happening. So my goal, I'm hoping before the summer, I will have published my second book entitled Surviving Him. And yeah, it is time to tell my story. And that's the thing, we all have a story to tell, but only you will know when you're actually ready to talk about your story. People can try to push a timeline, can try to push you, try to get you to talk about it, but only you know when you are ready to talk about your story. But still, at the end of the day, try your best to get to that point because your story matters. It did happen. and you never know who can be impacted by such story. But that's just it. That's just my take on that. But yeah, it's here we go.